Okay, Technauts, in the last session we looked at what 3D actually is. Started from 1D, went on to 2D and then 3D. We're now going to look at some software called TinkerCAD that's going to allow us to manipulate 3D objects. Now what we're going to be learning, if I'm just clicking the right place, is we're going to create an online account with TinkerCAD. It's an online service, therefore you will need to be online to use it. I'll give you a brief look at the user interface, where all the buttons are, etc. And I'll give you more detailed descriptions as and when we need them. We're then going to look at the work plane, which is effectively your desk and where you're going to do the bulk of your work. We'll then look at some basic objects, and then we'll be looking at moving objects, raising them and lowering them on the work plane. This will all make much more sense as we get to it. So, to create an online account, you'll need an email address. Now, I will be signing up using one of my Google email addresses. In the work plane, we'll be rotating the work plane a bit like picking up your desk and moving it about, and then zooming. Now with the basic objects, I'll show you how we can drag and drop objects from the menu onto the work plane. I'll show you how to resize them. I'll show you how we can change their colour, and I'll show you how to group objects together to make more complicated shapes. So without further ado, let's create an online account. Here we are at tinkercad.com. It's tinkercad.com. There are no spaces, and I'll put a text on the screen to show you exactly what you need to type. And they do a bit more than 3D design. They do other work as well. We're looking at create, design and make anything. That's what we'll be doing. But they do work with electronics and with coding, and we may well be looking at that in another course. But right now I want you to click on join now, and there are several options here. The option we want is create a personal account, so I will click on create a personal account, and I'm going to sign in with Google. There are other options. You can sign in with an email address. We can sign in with Google address, sign in with Apple or a Microsoft or a Facebook account. So whichever one you want, choose that particular option. I'm going to sign in with Google. It's going to ask me which Google address I'm using. I have several, as you can probably see on the screen there. It's all blanked out, so you won't see, but there are a number of accounts on there. So I'm going to click on the account that I want to use, and it's going to say by clicking to continue you agree to the terms and privacy statement. The answer is yes, I do. I'm going to continue. I'm not going to click here because I already have all the newsletters delivered to me anyway on my working account. So I'm going to click on continue. And here we are. I've blanked out any personally identifiable information. So what we do have is a simple image here and a let's go button. So let's click on let's go. I want you to create an online account and then play the next video in this series where we'll be looking at the basic objects.